We're here again from Under the Hammer, a special episode for you today. Myself, Liam, and the legend that is Mr. Andy Conde, auctioneering for only 40 years. So it'll be a good episode today. Okay, being in the trade for so long then, Andy, how do you think auctions have changed over the 40 years you've been involved?
Well, obviously technology is the big thing. You know, I was saying something the other day, when we started off, you needed a pen, a piece of paper, and a good pair of eyes, and you were away.
Yeah.
But now you've got so much more to think about.
Yeah.
And I think not only our technology, but the technology of our buyers, our vendors particularly.
Yeah.
And we're judged on so many different things now. So it has changed considerably over the years.
Yeah. So many metrics now, isn't it,
Yes.
that you're measured on as well. So, did you prefer it pre-computers or?
Oh yes, it was much more fun.
Yeah.
You got on with it. You were able to have more fun. I think people enjoyed it more, and I think as well, since COVID, we all know that there hasn't been as many buyers physically around.
Yeah.
But obviously, online has taken more of a control.
Yeah. How did you get into auctioneering?
As a young kid, even sort of 7 or 8 years old, I only ever wanted to do two things. One was either to be an auctioneer, and one was to be a football commentator.
I love that.
And I always wanted to be the centre of attention. If I was in the school play, if I hadn't got the lead part, I didn't want to do it. So, and I was very fortunate that I got the job. I followed that dream, and my very first sale was at a harvest festival. And it was in October, and I used to go along and help holding the vegetables up, and there was an auctioneer there from a local firm who was a typical old wartime hero, but he was a typical auctioneer. He used to wear a deerstalker hat, and he had a big white moustache, and he said to me, "Do you fancy having a go?" I said, "Oh yeah." So the very first thing I ever saw was a cauliflower.
Wow.
At a harvest festival auction, and then I gradually I went to work for a small firm, and then I gradually got into selling livestock. And I always said if I write a book, it's going to be called Cows, Cars, Cabinets and Cottages, and lots more, because that's the sort of thing I've done.
So over your 40 years experience, is there any cars that sort of stick out from sort of both sides of the spectrum, the nice ones, the not so nice ones, and ones that you probably wanted to buy?
Yeah, I think there's been plenty. I've always loved Range Rovers, and I've always loved the big four-wheel drive. And listen, I'd struggle to get in a Ferrari, so I never really worry about those, but it is the nicer cars that I've loved to sell. I've also, when you think not only cars, you think about properties and you think about other things that I've sold. But the nicest cars would have been, a really nice sort of, or even a Bentley convertible.
Yeah.
That's the sort of thing that I would have liked. And then there's always cars you think, God, they're cheap, but obviously we're not allowed to buy our own cars when we're auctioning ourselves. But you always look and you think something's, that looks good value for money. And then, older cars, you think, how on earth could somebody buy that? You see them coming in, and you see the inside of some of the cars, you think, oh my Lord,
what are they going to do with that?
How's somebody going to clean that up?
Yeah. No, yeah, it's always interesting until you see them sort of cars, or if they're knocking or smoking, and you think, what on earth are they going to do? But I suppose everybody has got a means to an end, haven't they? So.
Absolutely, yeah. And there has to be a budget for everybody.
Yeah. I suppose you don't know what that person's got. They might have one.
And you think of some of these skilled motor traders, they can make a silk purse out of a sow's ear.
Yeah, they can. Yeah,
and that's the thing.
Yeah. Well, we like to try and stay ahead of the curve here at G3. How do you think that we're doing in this modern day of remarketing?
I think that you have got a superb balance of old-fashioned values and modern-day trends.
Yeah.
And I think that is what you need today. When you come here, it feels like a traditional, I was going to say old-fashioned, but a traditional auction that has been established for years and years and years, but with the fantastic IT and the fantastic infrastructure that you built here. So I think it's a big credit to everybody.
Thank you very much, from the legend himself. And that's another episode of Under the Hammer. Thank you very much, Andy, for joining us today.
And Liam, thank you very much. It's always great to come to G3. Great team of people. I love coming here, love being able to keep my hand in, and hopefully see you all again soon.
Definitely. Thank you very much.